Founded in 1954, Polaris has been a pioneer in the North American snowmobile market. Through developing a cutting-edge and wide-ranged product line of outdoor vehicles, Polaris has been able to push boundaries not only in product engineering, but also in terms of geographical boundaries and expanding into a global marketplace. Polaris focuses on 4 distinct segments of the recreational vehicle industry and diversifies its offerings by providing its products to demographics ranging from recreational fishermen and hunters to commercial mining and logging users all the way to competitive athletes. Within Polaris's immediate environment, competitiveness is increased as it expands into the global marketplace. Arctic Cat is the only company to concentrate in both the snowmobile and the ORV markets as Polaris does. Global market expansion also allows for Polaris to take advantage of the macro environment. Polaris snowmobiles are sold principally in the United States, Canada, Russia, and Western Europe. Emphasizing a global breadth, Polaris is a company of significant internal strength. With its high market share in the snowmobile industry, Polaris has developed a large base of loyal customers. However, it has a significant weakness in terms of brand awareness outside the United States, a lack of global recognition that poses difficulties in Polaris's goal of furthering international expansion. This is evident in that while the U.S. comprises 79% of total sales, countries outside of North America account for only 14%. These weak international sales were primarily the result of poor economic conditions in Russia, considering that sales there have declined 20% since 2015-16. Polaris's marketing strategies must cater to this lack of recognition, and such a goal appears attainable given that the Winter Olympics, a worldwide event, is taking place in February of 2018. To cater to this, its focus will be on snowmobile products and the targeting of athletes for the competitive use of Polaris products. Identifiability of the chosen segment, athletes, stands out as unique when compared to the others because it is a segment of consumers who dedicate not only their finances to snow sport products, but also a very significant amount of their time. Polaris must be able to effectively communicate the functionality and superiority of its snow sport vehicles. The responsiveness of the athlete segment, in addition to its reachability, is an important aspect in solidifying this market as the target.
So that is the Polaris's current marketing strategy. Some of its strengths include the sale of Polaris's snowmobiles in regions outside North America, which allows for a larger number of potential customers. Another strength is the identifiable and profitable target segment, athletes which are ready to purchase our snowmobiles, product which falls under the specialty category. However, some of the weaknesses in the plan include high product quality expectations. As for the price they pay, athletes expect the snowmobiles to operate well. Finally, different regions require different marketing approaches. As a result, Polaris has to consider cultural background.
So, I have a question for you guys. Do you know what to do?
We should probably start by discussing the product.
That's true, but don't you know the good product sells itself?
I don't think it's quite that easy. We need to distinguish ourselves from the competition. You can tell what brand a car is just by looking at it. We should do that same thing with our products.
That's a great point. Currently, our products have the brand name painted on each side, which isn't highly visible when the vehicle is moving. Instead, we should place our brand logo on each side. That way, we'll receive more exposure in order to reach larger segments.
But we should invest more capital into technology in order to capture the hearts of the athletes. Their livelihood requires them to be up to date.
No, that's good that you brought it up because our 2018 models are actually getting great reviews. And one customer described the new snowmobile as, and I quote, a truck, a minivan, and a high-performance sports car all rolled into one and then put on steroids.
It's great to hear that our 2-stroke engine is getting great reviews. We should continue to incorporate the engine into our future products.
So if we're introducing new cutting-edge products and maintaining our beginner models, can we still remain competitive with our prices?
Our line for enthusiastic beginners falls closer to the lower end of the spectrum, from $3,000 to $15,000. These budget prices keep us very competitive.
I agree. If we set our price too high, then our consumers will consider other brands like Yamaha, which their price range from $8,000 to $15,000.
That's true. They want the newest and best engineered snowmobiles they can find on the market. If our products malfunction like they did in the past and need continuous serving, we're just creating post-purchase dissonance, and we're discouraging business from them in the future. They're counting on our products to perform flawlessly during their competitions. Considering what happened, raising our prices would only just drive them away. Instead, we should keep our prices the same and focus on the durability of our product.
None of this is going to matter if we can't deliver the value to our consumers. We need to know the most efficient way to set up our distribution and placement of our product.
Well, our reports are showing a growing middle class in Europe. Tapping into that could be a huge opportunity. Our annual report data is showing that we need to be capitalizing on sales in Canada, the US, and Europe.
I think that the growing middle class in Europe shows great promise, but abruptly moving into that market could harm our brand name and reputation.
Actually, before we move into Europe, we should search for retailers who are knowledgeable about our product. Similar to car dealerships, we should use the selective distribution channels.
In addition, we should also send our representatives to provide training to ensure that the retailers understand our products and how to service them, and also understand who our target segment is.
That's a great idea, because our 550 IQ Shift has made it on multiple lists as one of the top 5 beginner snowmobiles. Placing our products next to the competitors is a really great plan. Customers will be able to compare features and functionality, and we'll beat them out every time.
Good meeting, guys. I guess, yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah.
Leave it to a man to forget we're supposed to communicate. Boss, I think we're forgetting an important aspect of developing this plan. How are we going to communicate this value?
Well, duh, social media. All we have to do is get a bunch of attributes about a product and post it online and bam, sales.
I don't think that's a good call because social media is straying away from our image as a professional firm.
Well, actually, Southern Rail put a 15-year-old in charge of their social media account, and it was a hit. It was personal, and it was a humorous form of communication.
See? Everyone listened to Ryan. So now what we have to do is just find a 15-year-old. So does anyone know one?
No, but the idea of having a consumer experience-oriented social media presence could work. Not just information about the company, but how our company interacts with our consumers through events, and just how we interact with them in general.
All of this is great, but how does this relate to any of our athletes and enthusiasts?
Well, athletes and enthusiasts already have pre-existing preferences to brands, but hopefully we can capture their attention and make it into their vote set. They're also strong influencers when making suggestions, so getting their approval is important.
Additionally, we're hoping to become part of the new and upcoming athletes and enthusiasts retrieval set. And we also want to be part of their experience as they conquer their first trail or their first victory.
We should work on building long-term relationships with our consumers, really addressing their concerns. I think a good approach for this would to be really working on having a personality, and we could try personal selling rather than direct marketing, even though we might notice that we would suffer some losses in sales in the short term, but in the long term I think that we would really notice an increase due to having really worked on these relationships with our consumers.
That being said, the Winter Olympics are coming up and we'll have a large audience watching. During the World Cup, certain corporations will host watchings at stadiums, and these events tend to be very popular. We could also host a watching on top of a mountain. That way during the breaks we could also host trials of our products. We could host events using our social media so that we gain more followers, and these events will be paramount to our public relations.
That sounds like a great idea, especially because with the Olympics we can try to get some screen time so that people will associate the positive atmosphere there with our brand rather than our competitor.
Polaris, a pioneer by nature for athletes and enthusiasts. Whether your goal is to feel the wind on your face, place first in your race, Polaris will stand by you.